Fans went absolutely wild last year over a picture of Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews, the former World Trios champion, when the shot went viral. The internet wrestling community went crazy in May 2022 when a fan posted a photo of WWE star Rhea Ripley at a supermarket. Matthews, who was married to Ripley, was seen in the background, holding a bouquet of roses and scowling in an appearance on the Ned and Josh podcast before a Grand Slam. Since then, the image has gone viral. Matthews, an Australian friend, shed light on the origins of the now viral photo. "I was standing in line at the deli, excited to get my cheat day sandwich," she said. "A fan came up to her and asked for a photo. I didn't want to lose my place in line, so I stood there, and being a polite husband, I got her flowers. So now I'm in line with roses in my hand, waiting to get my deli sandwich, and I'm just standing there, staring at the camera. I'm here to protect her from all the weirdos, so I'm always prepared to pounce. I'm basically her unpaid bodyguard." Matthews, on the other hand, often avoids the WWE fans who want photos with Ripley, even though he joked that he wanted to embrace the situation. "I took a step back, and that's when I started playing the role of the mysterious Wwe. Now when I'm chatting with pals, I think it's time to embrace it and turn it into my own personal joke." Training resources. Despite working for separate campaigns, Ripley sends Buddy Matthews a touching Valentine's Day letter. Happy couple Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley are often spotted flirting on social media, proving that their relationship is stronger than ever. Friend Matthews, who is currently competing in a Grand Slam event in his home country of Australia, paid tribute to his wife during his match against Kazuchika Okada. You can watch that here. Ripley didn't miss the chance to send her husband a Valentine's Day message on Instagram. In it, she expressed her love while also calling him a goof. You can see her message below. While professional wrestling is known for its dramatic storylines, unexpected turns, and betrayals, real-life relationships generate headlines all the time. Social media was recently rocked by one such incident. The internet is ablaze with a photo of Rhea Ripley, the current WWE Women's World Champion, that her real-life husband and fellow star Buddy Matthews posted. Recorded an intimate and heartfelt moment between the two of them, mystery, and a plethora of inquiries in an exclusive interview. Matthews finally discussed the photo's significance, his steadfast devotion to Ripley, and the challenges of standing by a lady who rules the squared circle but struggles in other areas of her life. The photo that went viral before pal Matthew released an intimate photo of Rhea Ripley, the world of professional wrestling, was ordinary. However, the photo pushed fans into a frenzy. Backstage at a WWE event, a photo of Ripley sat on a steel chair with her hands clasped together, her head bowed and her body language conveying exhaustion, frustration, or deep contemplation. However, it wasn't only the image that went viral, it was Buddy's caption that really set the scene. As soon as Ripley's injury was announced, viewers started to wonder if anything was going on behind the scenes, whether it had something to do with Dominic Mysterio, her aunt's verdict in the case of Ali, or if it was something more personal. I knew the second I hit post that people would read into it 1,000 different ways, Buddy Matthews said with a small smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. He leaned back in his chair and exhaled before addressing the viral post. To be fair, I don't blame them. It wasn't just a random post. It meant something a lot, actually. The Esther, who is notoriously intense in the ring, appeared visibly more serious as he continued to pose for the photo. It was taken immediately following one of Rhea's most trying nights in recent memory, both physically and emotionally. What many fail to notice is that, Despite her dominating presence outside of the ring, Rhea is still a human. He paused, rubbing his hands together. We've spoken at length about how wrestling is both her passion and a grind, and how exhausting the travel, pressure, and scrutiny can be. That night, she was clearly exhausted. She needed a moment to collect herself. And I had to remind myself that no matter how resilient she is, she still needs shielding from the poisonous pressures of the company and the weight of expectations. That is my responsibility as her husband. For months, Rhea Ripley has been the undisputed champion of the Women's World Championship and a towering presence in WWE's women's division. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and Ripley has found herself in expectations of being a top performer can be taxing, friends said, adding that you feel pressure to perform every night. In these massive matches, Rhea makes it look easy. But what you don't see is the time she spends healing from injuries and doubting herself. People forget that she's still a young woman, carrying the weight of an entire division. He leans forward, his voice firm, and there's constant noise. People criticizing her personal life, questioning her booking, and suggesting she should do more or less. Nobody knows what it's like to be in her shoes. The unspoken problem. Dominic Mysterio fans were wondering if Buddy was subtly criticizing the storyline man, or if his post had anything to do with the Judgment Day pairing, which has been one of the most talked about hacks pairings in WWE, with fans loving or loathe their chemistry. Laughing, my friend added, I knew people would go there. Let me make this clear. I have no problem with Dom. It's a storyline. It's her job. Actually, I like how well they've pulled it off, but I do see why people criticize her. Along with him every week on TV, and they fail to remember that when the cameras stop rolling, she returns home to me. He shrugged and said, You don't need to be insecure. I know where we stand. I know who she is. Most importantly, I know she has my back. I've heard that Matthews' words made it clear that protecting Rhea was his idea. Wrestling fans may imagine Ripley jumping into the ring to face battle against rivals or naysayers, but he transcended the physical realm entirely. He has a deeper purpose in her life than meets the eye. He wants her to know that she is enough, and that she doesn't need to prove herself to anybody, especially herself. I mean, look at what happened with Liv Morgan's injuries and setbacks. It happens to the best of us, but when you're at the top, there's this feeling that you can afford to fall. That's why I have to protect her. Wrestling is a crazy business that can devour you and spit you out if you let it. As expected from a mother, Rhea Ripley wasted no time responding to Buddy's post, which went viral. Her brief but impactful message, always safe with you, babe, confirmed what fans had suspected, that Rhea and Buddy's bond was unbreakable. While Rhea was the dominant force in WWE, Buddy made sure she never felt alone in the ring. What's next for Rhea and Buddy? As Ripley and Matthews continue their careers in WWE, their relationship will likely continue to captivate fans. Meanwhile, Buddy isn't concerned with proving anything to the world. He is focused on fulfilling his promise. No matter how powerful Rhea Ripley seems on screen, Buddy Matthews will always be there to protect her behind the scenes. I don't care about clicks or speculation, he said. All I care about is making sure she knows I'm here and that she has a place to land no matter how loud the world gets. That's love and family.